Hello, hello, Josie here. You ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. I've talked a lot about what I have experienced and what I have gone through in my past. That does not mean that I'm stuck in the past. No, not at all. In fact, I've always been focused on the future. What was next? My goals. Achieving those, knocking those out of the park. It's the past that your enemies, known and unknown, will use against you, trying and or wanting to make you feel some type of way about your own past. And they think and believe that them making you feel some type of way about your past, basically calling you out on what you did, a lot of the things that they actually caused to happen in your life. A lot of these people, they cause the issues and the problems in your life in the past that you got over, that you moved through. And they did not expect or want you to get through what they put you through. So all they can do is bring up your past mistakes, your errors, things that you went through, that you had to go through, that you got through, and you healed from. And they want to bring up the past as a way of trying to shoot at you, to delay and or to stop you from progressing and moving forward. It's intentional. It's all intentional. I went and shared with this fella at a nearby store. I shared with this fella a lot of reality and truth about relationships, marriages, sexual conquest, and whatnot. And that was very real. And it was almost as if this person was trying to quiz me, or trying to pick my brain, pick my mind, my thoughts, and how I see things, and almost in a way trying to, see if I was still engaging in certain behaviors that I did in my teens and early 20s. And I do not. I do not engage in those behaviors any longer. And the reason why I do not engage in those behaviors any longer is because they did not benefit me. They actually caused stress, anxiety, and there was not a lot of pleasure in it. So, the past, and harshing and or focusing on the past things that have happened in your life, it causes the same things. Anxiety, as well as it's not as pleasurable. There's really no pleasure in bringing up and or rehashing the past. So you might say, well, why do you talk about what you've been through? I talk about what I've been through so that other people don't go through it, and or that other people can recognize certain things that I've been through in their lives and choose the right course to go. I've talked a lot about certain guys that I've dated or been interested in, and how the situations I ended up being in were because of the fact that they lied. They lied. They were not honest. They were not truthful. They wanted something, and they felt in order for them to get it, they had to keep the truth and or lie to me. And their lies got me caught up in their bullshit, which caused issues that I did not want to be a part of. I did not ask for. They forced me, so to speak, into their issues and their problems because they did not give me the choice. If they had given me the choice, I would have made the right choice. And they know that. So that's why you have a lot of people, not a lot, but you have people that choose to be alone and choose to follow their own course because to tie themselves to another person could mean the death of you. So I have things from the past that I've gone through because I tied myself to the wrong person because they did not tell me the truth and they did not want to go down their course alone, as well as deal with the consequences of their actions and their choices alone. They wanted somebody else attached to them to also have to go through the consequences or deal with the consequences of not only their choices, but also have to deal with the consequences of their behavior, their actions, their attitude, their feelings, their morals, their values. And you have a lot of people nowadays that they know they ain't shit. They know they're not shit. They know they're not deserving of a real love, of a true and honest relationship, so they have to lie in order to get it. And that fucks with someone's future. So, yeah, you have people that will know things about your past that you've been through that you may have been, in a way, forced to go through because of another person that you chose to attach yourself to based on lies that they told you in order for you to open up your heart and trust that person. And then you don't find out the truth until down the line. And then you're subjected to mistreatment, judgment from outsiders, other people that do not know what you went through, what you dealt with. Real, they don't, but they think they do. And they want to subject you to more harsh treatment, judgment, ridicule, anxiety by bringing up your past when they didn't even go through what you went through. They have not even experienced what you went through, and if they had, they may not have gotten through it the way that you or I got through it. Do you hear how fucked up that is? How twisted that is? So what does that tell you about the outside world, outside people, outside of your existence, outside of your inner circle? Judging you and pointing the finger at you and saying, look at you, and blah, 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 and you did this or this happened, blah, blah, blah. What does that say about them? They're so focused on what is going on or what went on in your life, and they're not focused on their life. They're not focused on being a better person. They're not even focused on being a good person. So I have to be. I want to be. And that's why I'm opening up my history, what I've been through, and sharing with others. Not because I'm stuck in the past and I can't move on and I'm not healed. No, it's not that. I've been through a lot of things that a lot of other people have not been able to get through and or come out of whole and with a broad perspective. And there are a lot of people, they know what I've been through. And the reason why they want to harp on my past, or they want to dredge up certain things that happened, believing that it's going to hurt or affect me in a negative way, they're bringing it up because if they themselves went through it, if they themselves had to deal with that, they would not be a good person. They would not be in a good place. They would be pissed off, angry, resentful, bitter, and taking out their anger on other people. But really, in all honesty, what are they doing? They're doing exactly that. They're angry and bitter and resentful and pissed off that there's someone else out there that's been through worse than them and actually is good, is whole, is happy. So they're taking that out on us. I don't accept that. I never have accepted that. I went to a restaurant last night and it was like the third visit to this restaurant in like a week. And the first time the food was cold. It was cold. And it wasn't that great. The second time I went, it was cold again. And they left out one of the items that I ordered. The third time, I went to the speaker box. They asked if I would hold on for a moment because they were busy, backed up. I said, sure, no problem, take your time. And then I was subjected to rudeness. After I had been kind. I did not accept the rudeness. But I still remained kind. And then I removed myself from that environment and said I was not going to be returning. That's what you do with individuals that try to come for you the way I just explained and described to you. That's the way you deal with those types of individuals. You remain kind even when they're being rude. And then you remove yourself from those individuals, those environments, those places. When people show you who they are, believe them. When you're not welcome or accepted by other individuals for whatever their reasoning is, whether it's things that you went through or dealt with in your past, or their beliefs and views about who they think you are, remove yourself from that area, from that place, from those people. Not everybody is going to be welcome to you because they know who you really are. And they have a problem with who you really are. Because they can't be who you are. Gotta go.